Fred Flintstone, the captain, bowling finals. 4.
You probably grew up thinking the Flintstones was just a cute, goofy cartoon about cavemen with dinosaurs as pets. And a catchphrase that made everyone shout yabba dabba doo. Wrong. Dead wrong. What aired from 1960-1966 wasn't a children's show.
She said he causes trouble if you let him in the room.
It was the most adult, cynical, cigarettes, smoking, booze, guzzling, domestic, violence, glazing sitcom ever disguised as Saturday morning entertainment. Tonight we're digging up 15 weird, disturbing, and straight-up dark facts that will make you never look at Bedrock the same way again. Let's roll 1. The Flintstones was the first primetime animated show ever, and it was written 100% for chain smoking beer, drinking adults. It aired at 8:30 p.m. on ABC, prime time for Grow. Nups, the original sponsor, Winston Cigarettes. For the first 2 seasons, Fred and Barney did full, real, life cigarette commercials, leaning on a roof yelling Winston tastes good like a cigarette should, while their wives shopped. They literally marketed cancer sticks to families. 2. Fred Flintstone physically abuses Wilma on screen, and it's played for laughs. Multiple episodes show Fred grabbing Wilma by the arm and dragging her home, screaming at her, slamming doors so hard the cave shakes. In the hot piano, he literally yanks her across the floor. In the 60s, this was funny husband behavior. Today, it's textbook domestic violence. 3. The entire show runs on alcoholism. Every Friday is payday. Every payday, Fred and Barney disappear to the Water Buffalo Lodge and come home blackout drunk. Yabba dabba doo is a drunken battle cry. Half the plots start with hangovers. 4. Pebbles and Bam. Bam's existence is a giant teen. Pregnancy and secret. Adoption cover-up. Wilma and Fred suddenly adopt. Pebbles with 0 pregnancy shown. Same with Betty and Barney. Then, 6 years later in the spin-offs, these 2 babies are suddenly teenagers getting married. The math is terrifying. 5. The show told pregnant women that smoking was totally fine. In one episode, Wilma is pregnant and Fred casually offers her a cigarette because doctors in the early 60s actually recommended smoking to relax during pregnancy. 6. The Great Gazoo is a walking LSD hallucination. A tiny green alien that only Fred and Barney can see, introduced in 1965, right when LSD was exploding in California. The writers openly admitted Gazoo was their joke about drug trips. 7. Every animal in Bedrock is a tortured slave. The dinosaur under the car complains it's a living, while running non-stop. An octopus washes dishes crying. A bird is used as a record needle and screams every time the song changes.
It be love that makes me feel the way I do.
Animal cruelty is the entire economy. 8. Betty Rubble suffered multiple miscarriages, heavily implied, never said out loud. Betty cries in several episodes about when will we ever have a baby. One episode shows her in full depression after another failed attempt. The original scripts had miscarriage lines that were cut at the last second. 9. The Flintstones brutally mocked corporate 9 to 5 slavery. In 1960, Fred breaks his back at the quarry every day, gets screamed at by Mr. Slate begs for raises that never come, works overtime for nothing. It's literally the blueprint for every quiet quitting meme today. 10. Dino is constantly physically abused by Fred. Every single time Dino excitedly jumps on Fred when he gets home, Fred punches him off screen and he crashes into walls daily. That's animal abuse normalized for 6 seasons. 11. The show had actual suicide jokes in the 1960s. Fred grabs a club, screams "I'm gonna end it all," and pretends to bash his own head in. Laugh track roars. This aired at 8:30 p.m. on national television. 12. Wilma and Betty were designed as 1960s sex symbols with non-stop innuendo. Their shoulder dresses, exaggerated hips, husky voices, everything was ripped straight from pin-up magazines. Fred and Barney constantly leer at them. 13. Cigarette commercials aired during the actual episodes for years. Not just bumpers, full 60-second ads where Fred and Barney light up real Winstons on a rooftop and talk about how smooth they are. While kids watched 14, the original unaired pilot was so adult they had to completely rewrite the show. In the lost pilot, Fred comes home drunk, slaps Wilma, and there are multiple sex jokes. Hanna-Barbera executives said we can't air this, and toned it down, but only slightly. 15. The Darkest Truth. The Flintstones was never meant for kids. It became one by accident. Co-creator Joseph Barbera admitted in a 1994 interview, "We made it for adults who watched The Honeymooners. We were shocked when children started loving it. Then the sponsors said keep it family, friendly, and we just rolled with the money. Final words, so yeah." The Flintstones wasn't a cute Stone Age cartoon. It was a brutal, chain-smoking wife, yelling miscarriage, hinting animal torturing corporate hell mirror of 1960s America wrapped in a laugh track. We just happened to be too young to notice the screaming behind the yabba dabba doo. This has been Animated Realms. If this just murdered your childhood, smash that like button, drop yabba dabba do in the comments if you're not okay, and subscribe with the bell because next time we're going somewhere even darker. Now go watch an episode, but this time watch it as the black comedy it actually was. Stone Age is over. Welcome to the real bedrock.